Welcome to Life Sport Flow. I'm Jane, and here we talk about the parts of an athlete's life that go beyond performance, identity, well-being, purpose, and the flow that carries you through change. I'm really glad you've joined me here today. In the previous episode, I introduced the Compete, Belong, Transform framework, three interconnected worlds that support thriving in sport, leadership, and life. Today, we begin with World 1, Compete. Compete is the world of structured challenge. It is where skills are tested, refined, and strengthened through effort and practice. In sport, competition may involve matches, tournaments, or training environments where athletes push their limits. In leadership and work environments, competition may take the form of meeting deadlines, delivering projects, solving complex problems, or navigating uncertainty. At its best, competition is not simply about winning or losing. It's about development. Research in goal-setting theory, developed by Edwin Locke and Gary Latham, shows that clear and challenging goals improve performance by directing attention and effort. When we know what we are working towards, our focus sharpens. Athletes often train with specific goals. For example, improving a service percentage, refining technique, or building endurance. Leaders may work towards specific strategic goals, team outcomes, or organizational targets. In both contexts, challenge provides direction. But challenge alone is not enough. How we respond to challenge matters. Another key concept in performance psychology is self-efficacy theory, introduced by Albert Bandura. Self-efficacy refers to our belief that we are capable of handling challenges and achieving goals. This confidence does not usually appear overnight. Instead, it develops through mastery experiences, moments where preparation, effort, and persistence leads to progress. A tennis player who successfully executes a difficult shot under pressure begins to trust their ability. A leader who navigates a complex situation successfully begins to trust their judgment. These experiences build confidence over time. But performing under pressure also requires something deeper: self-regulation. Research on self-regulated learning, led by Barry Zimmerman, shows that high performers are capable and able to plan, monitor, and adjust their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors during performance. In sport, self-regulation might look like resetting after a mistake, slowing down, breathing between serving, maintaining focus point by point. Imagine a tennis player serving at break point. The pressure is high, the crowd is watching, and the outcome matters. In that moment, the player often relies on routines. For example, their breathing, adjusting their body position, and bouncing the ball to regulate their attention and emotions. Leaders also experience similar moments. A difficult conversation, a high-stakes presentation, or a major decision can trigger the same stress responses. Self-regulation allows us to pause, focus, and respond intentionally rather than react automatically. Over time, competition becomes a training ground, not only for skill, but also for composure. Another important idea in performance research is deliberate practice, associated with Anders Ericsson. Deliberate practice emphasizes focused effort, feedback, and continuous refinement. In other words, improvement does not simply come from repetition, it comes from intentionally learning. Athletes review matches, analyze technique, and adjust training plans. Leaders reflect on decisions, review outcomes, and refine strategies. Competition provides feedback. Training provides opportunity. Together, they can drive growth. If it feels good to you, you may like to pause for a moment and consider: where in your life are you currently competing? It might be on a court or field, but it might also be within a workplace, a project, or a personal challenge? How are you approaching those challenges? With preparation, focus, and self-regulation? Or with pressure that feels difficult to manage? These questions can be helpful because competition is not only about outcomes, it is about how we engage with challenge and paying attention to what we have control over. Competition develops discipline, preparation habits, accountability, and emotional regulation. But competition does not happen in isolation. Athletes and leaders perform best when they are supported by relationships, trust, and environments that encourage learning and resilience. Which brings us to the second word in the framework, belong, which we will be exploring in the next episode. Thank you for listening to Life Sport Flow, where we remind you that your path isn't fixed, it's unfolding. If you like this episode, please share it with a friend and hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified when the next episode is live. Also, feel free to share any insights or questions you have from the episode on the website. Until next time, be kind, be courageous, and be uniquely you.